Page 167, Lesson 3.5 is on Markup and Markdown. So on 167, Claire subscribes to an online music streaming service for a yearly fee of $96. Starting next month, there will be a 12% increase in the fee. The ad for another music streaming service is shown below. Should Claire switch, and explain? So if you think about the information for this first part, here's what we've got. So right now she's paying $96 a year. Starting next month, there's going to be a 12% increase. So different ways you could do this problem. One way, we could just go ahead and look at what the 12% increase would be. So we could figure out what 12% of $96 is. So if you work that out, that's $11.52. So it's $11.52 increase that she's going to be paying for the year. She was paying $96, so if we increase that by $11.52, means now she's going to be paying $107.52 for the year. The information they gave us about the other option is they gave us a monthly fee. So what we can do, if we take 107.52, if we divide that by 12, there's 12 months in a year, that'll tell us how much it is per month. So if you work that out, that should come out to be $8.96 per month. So that's what she's looking at with the plan she's on now. You can see that the other plan is going to be $8.75 per month. So it actually would be cheaper for her to switch to this other streaming service, assuming they have the same options available for her to stream. And there's different other ways you guys could have worked this problem out. This is just one of the different ways that you could have done that. So if you look at example 1, Marty buys plain cell phone cases, then decorates them to resell online at a higher price. What is the percent markup on each phone case? So markup, first of all, is the amount of an increase in the cost of an item to its selling price. So if we just look at the markup, first of all, this was $7.20. They're selling it for $11.25. So what we could do if we want to find the markup, we could just find the difference between those. So $11.25 minus $7.20, that's a difference of $4.05. So we could say there's a markup of $4.05. And that's what the book shows here. They didn't show it worked out though, so that's always a good idea to show your work what you're doing. So if it's a markup of $4.05, like I said, the percent markup is the other thing we're looking at here. The percent markup is like a percent change. So you can either use the equation like they've got in your book here, or you can think of the percent markup or the percent change. It's the change divided by the original. So the change we just found was $4.05. The original price was $7.20. So if you divide that out, you should get 0.5625. That's a decimal, so if you move your decimal over 2 spots, that would be 56.25% markup, or percent increase in the price. Again, the way the book did it is fine also. They just did an equation. So the markup was $4.05, and that's equal to the percent of the original price, which was the $7.20. At that point, you can see the variable is being multiplied by $7.20, so they actually divided by $7.20 on both sides of the equation. And then this is basically, that's the same thing we just did a minute ago. Once you divide that out and then move your decimal over 2 spots, you'll get the same answer. The book rounded that off and they said about 56%. It really didn't say anything about estimating, so I would probably just leave it as 56.25%. So if we look at the try it, they're asking what is the percent markup on a $300 phone sold for $465. So different ways of doing this. I'm going to do this a little differently than the book, but I'll show you what you could fill in if you did it the way they are. First of all, we need to find out what the change in the price was here. So $165 is the markup, and they show that over to the side here. And then what we're trying to do is find out what percent that is. So we need to just find the change divided by the original price. So $165 compared to $300 that it was originally. If you divide that out, you get 55 hundredths, which means 55%. So this would be 55%. We could say the percent markup on the phone is 55%. To fill in these other boxes, if you did it this way, would be 165. And then you would need to divide by 300 if you were solving that. And you would get the same answer, 0.55, which means 55%. One thing otherwise just to mention is once you got to this point, you've got 165 over 300. Remember, percent's a number over 100. So if you notice it, if you didn't have a calculator especially, if you reduce both of those by 3, you would get 55 over 100, which you know then would be 55%. Example 2, the local furniture store pays $110 for a chest of drawers and sells it with a 40% markup. What is the selling price of the chest of drawers? So, different ways of doing this. One way, basically, the book's doing an equation here, which you wouldn't have to necessarily do. But we want to figure out what 40% of the $110 is that they're increasing the price by. So move your decimal over 2 spots and multiply. That would be $44. So that tells us that the markup is $44. And then what we do with the markup, we just add that on. So it was $110, we add on $44. That makes it $154. So the selling price would be $154. And again, even simple calculations like this, make sure you show your work on. One different way of doing this, just to show you another option, it's a 40% increase. If you pay full price for something, you pay 100%. 40% markup means basically we're paying 140% of the original price. So we're paying, in this case, 140% of $110. And if you multiply that out, you'll get $154. So again, just a different option for you. It doesn't matter which way you do that, as long as we get the $154 is the main thing. So if we look at the try it, what is the selling price for a $45 pair of shoes with a 15% markup? So again, different options. We'll go ahead and do kind of more straightforward approach here first maybe. If you found 15% of 45, if you work that out, that should be $6.75. It's a markup, so that's being added on to the $45. And so that would be $51.75. And again, just to mention, another option like we talked about earlier would be, you could say full price would be 100%. We're adding on 15%, so we're paying 115% of the $45. And then if you work that out, that would give you $51.75. Example 3, Edward wants to buy a snowboard that is on sale. If the sales tax in Edward's state is 7.5%, how much will he pay for the snowboard? So markdown is a decrease from the original price to the sale price. And then the markdown as a percent decrease is called the percent markdown. And again, it's basically just a percent change on something that's on sale. So if we look at this, what the book's doing, they're writing this as an equation. Again, you wouldn't have to, but if you'll notice, this snowboard originally was $180 and it's 30% off. So one way of doing this, we could go ahead and find out what 30% of $180 is, which is $54. The book says step 1 and then later they say step 2. To me, our step 2 actually is we go ahead and do 180 minus 54, which is $126. So it's on sale for $126 basically. And then the sales tax, you only pay the sales tax on whatever the price is that it is now. So it was $180, that doesn't matter. It's now $126. That's what we're going to be paying our tax on. So if we find 7.5% of $126, again, move your decimal over 2 places. If you work that out, that's $9.45 tax. So then the next thing they did, this actually was step 3, sorry. The next thing, they added that tax on to the $126, which is $135.45 that they would be paying. There's not a way of simplifying this or like doing less steps to work this out. You can't just say, well, it's 30% off, it's 7.5% tax, that's 22.5% difference, and so I'll do something with that. You can't do it that way because the tax is only on the $126, not on the $180. So you can't skip any steps on this problem. So if you look at the try it, they're asking us to find the percent markdown for an $80 jacket that's on sale for $48. This actually is not quite the same problem as what we just worked out. So if you're trying to find a correlation between those two, you're probably not going to find it. Percent markdown, so it's a percent change that we're trying to find here. So if we subtract these, 80 minus 48, that would be a difference of $32. So it's a change of $32. We're going to do the change divided by the original. So change of $32, the original price was $80. If you divide that out, you get 4/10. Move your decimal 2 spots. And so that would be a 40% markdown. One way of checking your answer for this, you could figure out what is 40% of $80. And if you work that out, you get $32, and then you could say $80 minus $32 is $48, so that we know we did the problem correctly. If we look at the do you know how, number 4, an item costs $4 before tax and $4.32 after sales tax. What is the sales tax rate? So sales tax is a markup, and we are trying to find the sales tax rate, or the percent of our sales tax. And so basically we're trying to find the percent change. So let's see first of all how much the tax changed the price by. So 32 cents change. The original price was $4, and so if you divide that out, you should get 8/100ths, which means 8% sales tax. So this gives you a little bit of an idea of how to solve markup and markdown problems. There is a second video that goes with this lesson as well that will show you a few more examples. Have a good day.